I love a fish pie. Such a beautiful, beautiful dinner. And to be honest, it's a bit of a marathon to make. It's quite an assembly job. It takes a lot of time. So midweek, when I'm in a bit of a rush, this is perfect for me.
Using smoked haddock fillets, spring onions, baby spinach, cheddar cheese, and filo pastry.
So I've got 5 ingredients working super hard here, starting with spring onions. Really fresh, really sweet, really fragrant. I've got 12 spring onions, 2 bunches. I'm just gonna roughly slice these up. Now, the great thing about using spring onions is you don't have to invest loads and loads of time into getting these onions sweet and delicious and tender. I've got a pan here on a medium-high heat. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I'm gonna throw the spring onions straight in, and we're just gonna give these 2 minutes of frying. I've got some beautiful smoked haddock here. No bones at all, they've all been removed. 400 grams. And I'm gonna slice this into 4. So if you look at this, it's gonna be so flaky. The smokiness will give this dish such a lot of flavor, but it's really salty right now. So originally, you would poach it, you know, with a little milk or water, bay leaves, stuff like that. We're not gonna do that, right? A great little tip is to use some boiling water, and we're just gonna purge the excess salt and par-cook the fish. So we're gonna put the fish straight into here, and we'll give that a couple of minutes. It'll be beautiful. I'm now gonna add 250 grams of beautiful baby spinach. And it'll look like loads, but this is gonna cook down and be delicious and tasty. Right, next 2 ingredients. We've got some gorgeous cheddar and some filo pastry. Let's start with the cheddar. I need 100 grams. Of course, this is going in the pie. It'll be beautiful. Now, if you look at this, it's completely reduced. So we're gonna create a carpet to put our chunks of fish. The excess salt would have gone into that water, and it really does help. If you don't do this, it will be too salty. Also, it started to par-cook the fish, and I can feel the flakes just beginning to separate. So I'm gonna place the fish fillets in 4 different corners. And you're all gonna get a corner each, and then I'll nick just a couple of spoons of this lovely, smoky, seasoned water. And then we're gonna go over with that cheese. Imagine that melting. It's gonna be so good. Season it with plenty of black pepper. And then, finally, we're gonna go for the filo pastry. This is such a brilliant product. You can get it fresh or frozen. And I want 4 sheets. This is gonna go super golden and crisp. Now, it's called Crazy Simple Fish Pie because it's simple, but also we're gonna go nuts with this filo pastry. You can see how already the fat from the cheese and that natural kind of water coming out of the spinach and the fish water is making like a little basic cream sauce, right? That's what we want to create. And by putting the filo pastry on top, we're keeping that moisture in. What I like to do with the 4th sheet is just tear it up and kind of crumple it up. Almost like a little rose petal, you know? It's going to give it more surface area and it will just look beautiful. So on my box grater, I'm going to use the slightly finer cutter just to put a little more cheese on top and a little drizzle of olive oil. So look, crazy, simple fish pie done in no time at all. That goes in the bottom of the oven at 200 degrees Celsius, which is 400 Fahrenheit, until golden and crisp and blipping away. Simple, but very delicious. Oh, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Golden, crisp, delicate. You can see those little ruffles. They're so beautiful. And it's rustic looking, it really is. But in under half an hour, it's a lovely treat. Right, let's plate some up. It's nuts. Let's get in there, because you can't actually see what's going on. It's so beautiful. So good. I love it when spinach cooks dark like that. The cheddar cheese just oozes all the way through, and it's absolutely riddled with that smokiness from the fish. What's not to love? A fantastically quick version of a fish pie, all in one pan. Brilliant.